Hi, first graders. It's Mrs. Wright coming to you with story elements for My Old Man. I didn't have this book, otherwise I would have read it to you. So I hope that the YouTube video wasn't the best, but I hope you still got the story elements from listening to it. And we've been hearing a lot of stories about Patricia's mother's side of the family. I thought it would be fun to hear something from her dad's side, so that's why I chose this book for you. So here are the story elements. Okay. So the title of the book is My Old Man. It was written by Patricia Polacco. The characters are Trisha, Richie, Grandma, and Trisha's dad. She called him Da, and his name was also William, so he had lots of nicknames. The setting took place in Williamston, Michigan. The other books have taken place mostly in Union City. Williamston is Williamston was super close to where I grew up, just a little. So this is where I grew up. Williamston is just a little bit south. Remember, I explained to you that anybody from Michigan uses the hand to describe the state. So Williamston is right about here. So the problem in this story was her father's job. He was a traveling salesman. That means that he went door to door, trying to sell things to people. Most of the time, people went door to door our when your grandparents were little. They would sell things like vacuum cleaners or books or knives. So that was his job. That's what he did. And they had to let him go. He lost his job because there wasn't enough customers. So that was the problem in the story. Tris's dad lost his job. So they also talk about in the story that they found this magical rock. And they would go to this rock and they would talk about the magic in it. So Trisha, Richie, and Dad found a rock and believed it was magical. And they felt like this magic would bring them good things. Trisha's dad also wrote a story about the magic rock, and dot dot dot. Because of his story in finding the magic rock, he got a job with a radio station. All right, so that's an interesting way to look at the problem and the solution in this story. Okay, so point of view is obviously first person. Trisha wrote it. And the theme, when I looked at the theme chart, one really came out to me, and that was perseverance. These books have characters who never give up, even when facing difficult times. Her father was facing a really difficult time. He was going to have to sell his car, or the people were going to come and take his car away. He kept doing odd jobs in the story to make sure there was enough food for their family. So definitely perseverance. He didn't give up, and he kept on working and trying to figure things out for his family. Perseverance. As far as the author's message, Trisha says it in the back of the book. She says it. There's magic inside all of us. So that's the message: is to believe in yourself and believe in the magic inside of you. So that's the story elements for My Old Man. It's a cute story. I'm gonna post videos to a couple other stories. You don't have to do any work for them, but they're just a couple more family stories. We're gonna wrap up family stories this week. So I'm just going to post some links for stories that you guys can just listen to about Patricia's family. Next week, we're going to be doing some fun character books that she writes. That's the plan. So I hope you enjoyed hearing about